All right, we can't get caught up in isolation. The Celtics need to get a victory here today. We will be here at halftime.
I want to congratulate you because this week you're going to be speaking at the University of Georgia's graduation.
Right.
And that is major. Congratulations.
Thank you for wearing red, too, in honor of that. Go Dogs. We'll see you at half. Enjoy
what up, Mariah?
Hey, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers watching out there, the dedicated and loving ones. It's Boston's second Sunday in May, at a time when the Celtics nation usually starts thinking about hanging another championship banner. It would be number 18 for the Celtics. That's what's on their minds here this afternoon. Welcome everyone to NBA Courtside, presented by McDonald's. Just 5 games to go in the NBA's regular season. It's a time of immediacy and finality for Jimmy Butler, the Heat, and Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. Just 1 game separates the two in the standings. Boston right now would be in the play-in tournament at number 7. So much to play for. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones, calling the action for you alongside Hubie Brown. Lisa Salters will be joining us from Boston's TD Garden in just a few moments. Hey, Hubie, these two teams are going to meet twice over the next 72 hours. I don't think you can overstate how important those 2 games are.
We're talking about big pressure here now, Mark. There's no doubt about it. Now, if Miami can win both games, Boston would be 3 behind them in the loss column with only 3 games remaining. Now, the worst that Boston can get out of this and stay in the picture is to get a split. They'd love to win 2. All right, trade places. But if they get a split, they'll still be only 1 game back on the loss side. A lot of pressure, both sides.
Well, we're going to start with the Miami Heat, and Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, coach, have been providing everything that the Heat have needed all season long. Butler, in particular, close to another career year. But as we take a look at our golden moment presented by McDonald's, those 2 guys aren't the only ones rounding into form at just the right time. These bench players are key.
Well, the key is off the bench at the guard position. Hero with the 3-ball, shooting a high percentage, and then Dragic to lead the team. He can post up smaller people, get into the paint with the left hand. But the key is for Hero to have a big game from the perimeter so that the defense must play wide and play the 50 feet wide. It's a lot of pressure on the young player, but on Friday night, between he and Dragic off the bench, the team needs this type of a production. 50 points, but look at the field goal shooting. And then also the 3-point shooting in limited minutes. So once again, bench pressure. Your first unit doing a great job, that's fine. But they need production from the both guards.
1 through 12, Hubie, they feel like they're ready to make another championship run like a season ago. Let's talk about the Boston Celtics. They're going to be without their all-star Jaylen Brown for the 2nd consecutive game, out with an ankle injury. That's the bad news. The good news is that Brad Stevens says he doesn't lose any sleep about Jason Tatum, another all-star for the Boston Celtics, and his lack of productivity in their previous game, a loss against Chicago. Tatum, just over a week ago, had a 60-point game for the Celtics. He was the 2nd youngest player to score 60 in a game. Now, when we keep talking about Boston, this is the guy that continues to improve, Hubie.
Well, once again, he's healthy now, so he gives you the 3-ball game, no doubt about it. He's a high percentage shooter on fouls, about 85%. He must get in the paint. Sounds easy, but Miami is a tough team to get into the paint against. In the wins, this is impressive. Not only the 20 points, but the 46%, and then the 3-point field goal percentage, and then the fact that you can't foul him because he'll shoot in the high 80s on the foul line.
Kemba Walker coming off 32-point and 33-point games in his last 2 appearances. A key cog for the Boston Celtics. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Lisa will break down the significance of these next 72 hours.
NBA Courtside is presented by McDonald's.
It's hard, this playoff chase, with backs against the wall and time running out.
He goes with it. Adebayo for the win! Oh!
But all these grown men were once growing boys, and they learned how to hold on and hang tough from their moms.
Happy Mother's Day to my mom, my favorite person in the world, my best friend, the biggest reason I am who I am today.
Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. It's one of the biggest days for me. I just get to love on my mom, just show her extra affection today.
When they saw rough times, the moms saw them through, believing in their sons so they'd believe in themselves.
Butler in attack mode. He nails the jumper. Wow! Smart again. Deep three, left side. Got it!
As Walker launches a three and hits it.
On this Mother's Day, they'll remember, and just by doing their best, they'll make their mothers proud.
A lot of talented basketball players giving mom all their flowers today just by showing up. Welcome everyone to NBA Sunday, presented by State Farm. From TD Garden in Boston, it's part of the Sonic playoff push. On an absolutely irradiant Sunday afternoon, Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat taking on the Boston Celtics for the second time this season. The Celtics winning the first game down in Miami earlier this year, as we take a look at the starting lineups in this rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals. Kendrick Nunn playing his best basketball of the season. Jimmy Butler in the backcourt. Trevor Ariza on the front line alongside Duncan Robinson, and Bam Adebayo coming off a 15-point game a couple of nights ago against Minnesota. Meanwhile, for the Boston Celtics, Evan Fournier getting the start again in the backcourt alongside Kemba Walker, with Jaylen Brown out. Marcus Smart, part of that three-guard rotation. Jason Tatum and Robert Williams is available, will start the game. We'll have to keep an eye on his fitness level. He has been battling a toe injury for the Boston Celtics. Remember, it was Bam Adebayo with the decisive play to end the Eastern Conference Finals a season ago. That blocked shot against Jason Tatum, one of the more indelible images and moments of that conference championship just several months ago. This is the first of two meetings between these two teams over the next 72 hours. And it'll go a long way to determine who will be in the 6th or even 5th seed versus who will end up in the NBA's play-in tournament. A lot on the line here this afternoon. As we get set to go.